Let me just start off by saying we have work to do.
I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am.
What's been going on in society? It hasn't just began, obviously. It's just being filmed right now, and the mass of it on social media is affecting a lot of people, including myself, because I am black. It's affecting people's mental health. It's affecting people's emotions. It's just a swarm of stuff going on, and this is on top of coronavirus. Honestly, I wasn't gonna make this video because it's a sensitive topic, and people aren't always able to converse, and that's what we need more of. So that's why I decided to make this video. I feel like this video is very necessary to post, and I feel like my supporters need to see serious side of me and me in another light. The reason why I have my background black is because if you don't know, or if you have not seen on social media, blackness is our representation. It's who we are, it's how we're made, it's what we've been through, it's our roots. And I felt like black background, would set the mood better. My first thing is, I think as a society we need to question what our environment has been built on. Our founders of this country, Thomas Jefferson, he was not a great guy. The American dream is not what is portrayed to other countries. It is false. It's a false narrative of what's really going on, put under the rug in the society. For example, he wrote the Notes on the States of Virginia. That book is entirely racist, and these are people that have set up civilization, and nobody's questioning that. Like, I don't understand. I just feel like in society today, the narrative has become very naturalized, and it's very sad. Another example, I've had conversations with plenty of people, and they weren't always ending in the results that I would have liked. Kind of as if even minorities do not see that racism still very much still exists. And it's like, for me to hear that you don't believe that racism still exists, it's like, it's another statistic to showing that people are blinded by what's going on in our world, and it's become very normal. This should not be normal. This should never ever be normal. I feel like our youth, people in general, need to know our rights. 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment that granted us the rights to vote. The amendments that had ended slavery. The 4th Amendment that is supposed to protect our houses from being searched in unreasonable searches. We're not even safe in our own houses. What are these amendments for if they're not protecting us? That's an issue. That's a huge issue. It's really heartbreaking. I'm just gonna get personal for a minute. I have dealt with colorism in my groups of friends. There's jokes going on these days, light skin versus dark skins, all of this. Like, it's normal, and it's not cool. Like, that's just another way of dividing and conquering us. Colorism is not pretty. Oh, my light-skinned friends get more attention than I do, or they get more boyfriends or they've had more boyfriends than I have, and dark skins are viewed as more microaggressive and just always have attitudes and just ratchet. And it's like, if we could look at the bigger scheme of things, they want us against us. It's a setup. Like, this isn't a time to be fighting, and it's sad. Let me state this. I'm very pleased to see that people are having conversations on social media and speaking their opinions and putting out facts and just giving education because I feel like that's important. But the hatred and stuff, especially against the black, within the black community, it's like, y'all, cut that out. Like, we need to be together right now. Like, I understand it's sensitive, we're heated, we're angry, but like, guys, we shouldn't be arguing against each other. We shouldn't be fighting each other right now. That's what they want. They want to prove that they're these savages and these inhuman people that can't control themselves. That's the mass part of the plan. And we need to prove them wrong. We're not what this country labels us. We're stronger, we're smarter, we're more courageous. I don't know if you guys have known this, but all 50 states and 18 countries have protested and rioted in this go round of Black Lives Matter, and that's the biggest amount of support that we've had in history. If we notice what we can do together and use that against the government, against people that are against us, that are not standing with us, imagine how powerful we can be. We're smart, we're educated, we're intelligent. We can be rational and have a rational conversation. When it comes to these things, the hatred needs to stop. The hatred needs to... It's old. It's old and replayed, and it's sad, it's tiring. We want a new life. We want a new world. It's just ridiculous that we're still experiencing this stuff. I'm also going to talk about where racism exists, just to like educate more. Racism is in health. Racism is in housing. Racism is institutionalized, it's systematic, it's everywhere. It's in our law systems. It's everywhere. I have to, I'm sorry, but I have to speak to the people that are not black, or to the people that are not a minority race. Just imagine having to get up every day and feel like you have to prove something to this world. To feel like you're getting judged every time you go outside. To feel like you're getting judged every time you speak. What you wear, what your hair looks like. And not even to feel like you're getting judged, but to be scared. Scared for your family. Scared for what's gonna come next. Who's gonna die next. We have to live with this stuff every day. We don't have connections that our daddies or businessmen have. We don't have an easy access way to succeed in this world. We have to start from the roots and grind our way to succeed. Just imagine being like us. It never ends. And then mentally, health-wise, it sticks with you. It sticks with you until you grow up. It doesn't go away. Every day you have something to prove. You can't even live for yourself. You have to prove to society that you're not a mistake, that you're not what they set you out to be, that you're not reckless, that you're not a savage, that you're not crazy. You just want rights like everybody else. You just want to live a peaceful life like everybody else, and you want to be safe, and you want to be treated fairly. Try to imagine seriously being in our shoes. And I feel like once we all get to that point, there's no stopping us. And I honestly feel like we're on the verge of that, because there's been plenty of people other than ourselves supporting us. And if this is you, we appreciate you. We love you. Like, seriously, we need more of you guys supporting us and putting yourselves aside for what's going on right now. All lives can't matter until we matter. Racism doesn't just come from anything. It's taught, it's learned, and it's reciprocated, and it's passed on. When does it stop? Who does it stop with? Who's not afraid to speak up? Who's not afraid to petition? Riot? Protest? Who's not afraid to protest? Who's not afraid to donate and just be a light? And to be honest, you don't have to feel pressured to join and do what everybody else is doing. There's many ways in which you can support us by just reading more, watching more videos, engaging in our culture. It doesn't have to be put on social media, and it doesn't have to be trendy. Just to start from somewhere. Starting from somewhere is a start, and once you start, you've blossomed, and that's what we want. I'm gonna talk about voting. If you haven't been voting for however long now, let me tell you something. I just turned 21, and I got my ID, and I'm ready to vote. Like, I'm not playing no more games. I'm not holding anybody else accountable. If you want to have a say-so in the election and who our president is, the least you can do is vote. Like, seriously? Oh, yeah, we got this dipwad, blah, 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 blah. You could have been a part of the advancement in society by voting, and the results could have been different. But no, nobody wants to vote. It's time. It's time to vote. So, if you're not voting, I highly suggest that you give that some more consideration. And hopefully, somewhere in life, your mind changes, because voting is important, as we can tell. And if you can't tell right now, with society, with the doofus we got, then you need to educate yourself some more. This isn't how we should be living. And somebody like that should not be in the White House. It's just unacceptable. Lastly, I want to speak to my people. My people, you are royalty. Your melanin is worth more than gold, and that's an immutable fact. You are smart, you are educated, you are more than capable to achieve anything you want in this life. You are capable of proving people wrong. Don't let society change you, and don't become what society labels you as. Prove them wrong. Kill people with kindness, but fight. Fight. And I'm not talking about physical, but let's really get to where things matter. Our systems, our law places, our law buildings, our police systems, departments, we need to be emailing them like crazy. We need to be signing petitions like crazy. If you have not signed a petition or donated or done anything, it's time. I don't know if anybody told you, but it's time. So I'm going to leave some stuff in the description box, petitions, videos that I think are important for you to understand about mass incarceration, racism, all of it. It's going to be in my description, and let's not let this time be a trend, but let's remember this, and let's keep fighting until every one of those names, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, all those names get what they deserve, justice. Thank you for watching this video. Please share. Please share. It needs to be shared, and let's keep the movement going. As Nipsey would say, the marathon continues.